So this special program, what we want to do for the World of ChuckO people, we're going to take a little highlight on you, of course,
wonderful.
and your background. A lot of people don't know that you don't know the World of ChuckO. A lot of people do know you, but we want to give more. But I happen to know that you didn't just come here by yourself. You came here because of your mom.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her.
You bet. So we're here in your mom's place,
Yep.
and we're going to do just a little small interview, but share the love and share her wonderful, wonderful blessing of you through her. Is that all right?
Well, let's knock on the door and see if she's home. One moment,
Wait a minute,
please.
sister. I heard something.
You walking across the living room.
Whoa!
How are you?
And for you.
Oh, you're a sweetheart.
No, you're a sweetheart. You
yeah.
give us this wonderful JP.
Oh, yeah, number one son.
Number one son. Yeah. Good. So we want to find out something about here. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
May we join you?
Definitely come
Okay,
on.
come on.
My aunt, Flo, beautiful lady, so classy, so elegant,
Yeah, like
so
you.
fantastic.
Like you.
It runs in the family, of course.
You, the first time I met you person to person was in 2014.
Yeah.
You remember what happened in 2014? I'll
No.
tell you what happened.
Tell me.
You and your family was inducted into the Circus Ring of Fame.
Oh, of course. How
Right?
can I forget this?
Yeah.
He was the announcer.
I was the announcer. There it is, right there. See, there we go. Yeah, I was in, and so they gave me the information about the inductees, and who was speaking in your behalf was your great friend Jackie Leclerc.
Let me tell you something about Jackie Leclerc.
Here we go, Noriko.
Just a little something. Jackie Leclerc, I met him in 1946 when we came from Europe to the Ringling, to the greatest show on earth, which I love it very, very much. And Jackie Leclerc was doing the trapeze, and he was doing the trapeze like a girl.
That's right. He
But
was a woman.
he was beautiful. He was beautiful. I used to go in the seat in the circus and sit down and watch him. And I used to tell the people, do you know, this is not a little girl, that's not a girl, that's a young man, that's my boyfriend. I
Wait a
love him
minute,
so
wait a
much."
minute. Let me tell the viewers what you told me, because Jackie could be a lady's name, but Jackie was a man.
Right.
And his father was a clown in the circus.
Right.
And his mother was in, what do you call it,
Handbound.
statue, a human statue, handbound.
Yes.
Right? But Jackie was a Frenchman, like a French
Yes,
culture
yes.
like you.
I was 13 years old and madly in love with Jackie. Mon chéri.
Everybody was madly in love with Jackie.
Ah, he was fun.
What?
Now you wanted to ask me something about Jean-Pierre.
You bet. You bet.
How
So I
about-
want to talk about JP. We say Jean-Pierre, you say Jean-Pierre.
Jean-Pierre, my first number one song. How he made his debut in the circus world entertainment, it's that when we were on the
Pollock Brothers?
Polka Dot Circus, the opening of a new show, the clown was very, very upset and they were worried because they had a person not showing up for their clown routine, and that person was a small people,
Yeah.
a little people. And they were very, very worried. They said, what are we going to do? We need him for this routine. And they were looking around and around and around to see this routine was supposed to be about the skunks, a little skunks running around and making funny things. And they had the customers, of course, small costume for the little people. And they was looking around, and they saw my son, is JP, and said, oh my God, he could fit in this costume. Would you please, could you let us use your son for
The skunk.
the
the
stunt, for the act, for the routine? So I said, well, of course, mon chéri, I mean, you know, we come from Europe, in this time we come, my God, from Europe to come to America and to be able to help somebody like that, it was fantastic. I said, of course you can have him. So this is how Jean-Pierre made his debut. They
How was
practiced
How old were
it.
you?
4
Remember?
years, 4
4
years.
years old.
So they practiced and they did the routine. And after that, JP fell in love with entertainment business. He loved it so much. Here's a little picture of him.
It's a newspaper article for the show Pollock Brothers Circus.
Yes.
And you was a skunk.
I was the skunk.
And you're still a little stinker today.
And until today, yeah, he started as a skunk, and today he's still a little
Still a stinker.
Oh, I stole the line. That's because he's Pepe Le Pew.
But of course, there's nothing like Pepe Le Pew.
But of
I
course.
love you. Mwah.
What a great story. But now wait a minute. So he clowned. So when you were 4, you were clowning in the
That
costume,
was
right?
his debut. Yeah.
And then you must have kept watching the clowns, seeing the clowns, because
Oh,
what
I-
happened after that?
I got bit. I wanted to continue clowning, but my parents, they knew what was best for me. So
So just for the people, can you tell a little bit about your parents' act? Because what they were doing was not clowning.
no,
That's for sure.
my parents were part of a big family act, what they called the troop act way back when. They were called the cycling Therons. There was a French Foreign Legion in full French Foreign Legion regalia on wheels, on bicycles. And they had a big troop act of bicyclists. The entire family was in, and that's what my mother and father were doing at the time, along with my mother's uncles and her aunts. And it was quite a big, beautiful act that was so popular they actually performed for the Royal Crowned Heads of Europe. They even
yes.
performed did command performance for the Queen.
Wow. Yeah, you were working all over the world. Then, right?
We worked for the Queen and the Queen's mother. They had 2 times we worked for the Royal.
Twice.
Yeah, twice.
Twice.
Not one.
So he's clowning, he's 13, he's 14, he's growing up 15. Now, although he was tall, he's growing into the clown. You're growing into the clown.
Oh, yes, and I got to work with a lot of the greats. You know, I got to work because working with Alfredo, I got to work with Blinko,
Wow. Ernie Birch.
Ernie
Right?
Birch,
Ernie
Blinko
Birch.
the Clown, Flo, Albert White.
Wow.
You know, Ernie Birch or Blinko the Clown, Alfredo Landon. He was a producing clown for the New York World's Fair.
That's right.
Dime and Connie Wilson.
Right, right.
I got to work with Flo, Albert White. Dookie Anderson. I got to work with a lot of the older clowns, you know, because of rubbing elbows and trooping along with Alfredo. So I was very fortunate to be able to meet some of these greats.
Wow. So my interest and my question is to be a clown and to get recognized from these great historic, started thinking, oh, I'm going to come up with something that show these guys or to show the public or to share with the public. So what happened?
Absolutely. Well, the wheels start going in your head when you see other things going on, like, for example, a comedy car. I loved the comedy cars, and I thought that would be a great idea, but I wanted to do it different.
So he built it himself a tank,
An army tank.
an army
You
tank.
remember the year?
Oh my goodness, it's 73.
Okay. Involved and pay attention to the pulse of what's going on around the world, and that's how we can do our
Exactly.
lighten the heaviness of the world situations. And
But
what was going on was war, right?
Yeah,
In the 70s, right?
Sure, sure.
But his army tank was so nice, so little, so perfectly, and he had water sprinkle coming out of it. He had fire cracker coming out of it. He had big bullet. He had the rubber chicken
chickens,
coming out of it.
spring-loaded snakes.
Will you pull out all the
And-
stops?
And then he would come out of the tank, and the tank was small, and he would come on JP. So
6'3", I
Sure.
come out
over
a tiny little thing.
6'3". So it was quite very extraordinary to see a big young man coming out of such a little bitty tank.
And I came out with the chrome helmet, the Eisenhower field jacket, all the medals,
the bullet.
pearl handle pistols. You
And
know.
the big bullet, not across here, but across the helmet.
Yeah,
like that, the big bullet. You know,
At
that
the
he had
end-
to come out with this from that little tank. I don't know how he make it. But
yeah, at the end of the act, the blow off, as you say, the finish of the act, is the tank would explode with me in it, and I would come out of the tank. The tank would actually pop open like a can opener, like this, and the top half would come completely up like this, and I would come out of the tank with this big bullet stuck through my helmet. The tank would drive out by itself, chasing me out as my pants were going to the ground.
Amazing.
With polka dot
Shorts, shorts, underwear, polka dot underwear.
You made these props and you perform these props.
Oh yeah.
And you're doing the same thing now with the World of ChuckO. You know,
yeah.
he makes our props, a lot of our props.
Yes.
We collaborate on props.
Yes, we
in
do.
all the episodes of the World of ChuckO, at least one you made or rigged or set up and performed as well. But you didn't come that yourself. That come back to your mom because
She is very creative and been a tremendous influence on my life on her creativity.
well, not only that, in the case of creativity with mind and hand and everything, but you were seamstress as well. Right?
Well, you see, in show business, you usually do your own costume because there is no way you can
Buy
buy
it anymore.
No.
from somebody or have somebody made it for you. It costs so much money. In the bicycle life, there was so many of us girls, like I mentioned before, we had to do our own costume. So my mother taught me how to stitch, how to sew. So that is how we got into the artistic of stitching and sewing and making tapestry because I also have worked with Ringling in the wardrobe.
I was on the Ringling and I left, and when I went back in 1988, and you just told me this today, I didn't realize because I stayed out of the wardrobe dressing room. I stayed out of there. But you were in the wardrobe area, in the
Yes.
wardrobe sewing,
Yes.
even in the first trip to Japan when I was on that
the
Japanese
gold
show.
unit.
You're on the gold unit,
The
right?
gold unit,
And I didn't
definitely.
realize you were there when they had that baby horse, right?
Yes, that's
You probably made a wardrobe for that. But you say tapestry. Now, I happen to be humble, very humble, because you had made these tapestries and I didn't know about them. And just so happened you called me up and you said, can you come over to the Show Folks Club
On the 4th of
on
July.
the 4th of July?
Because you are my favorite clown, especially you have the color
White
that I
blue.
love, the flag, my flag that I love so much, very deeply. On the 4th of July, I say, please, Chuck, come over to the show.
And
folks.
let me just get up here. Stay right there.
And
I'm gonna show-
I have something for
you
you.
certainly did.
I say, I have something for you.
And
Would
this
you
is what you
come?
made for me. And this is what you
This
made
is
for me.
what I presented to Chuck
Yeah.
on the 4th of July.
And the
You
Showboat
bet.
Club in
At
Sarasota.
At the Show Folks,
at
right,
Show
yes,
Folks
yes.
Club in Sarasota.
And so, obviously, because you made it, first of all, I was overwhelmed. And it had so many wonderful, it had my picture frame, it had the vest, it had my pants, it had my shoe, the same shoe.
The same
It
shoe,
had
everything.
everything, but it had your love from there. And more important, I couldn't believe it. I said, wow, how can I get recognized by an internationally famous circus celebrity and pay attention to me and to do this work? Because this doesn't happen overnight.
And with lots of love, because we love
Well,
you very much.
I asked you
We love
how many
you.
of these you made. That was my first introduction to
I
see
made, you are number 8, your favorite number,
You
our
bet.
favorite number. And this is, I made a total of 40. I stopped at 40.
that. Wow.
Made it and give it away to my friend. And they are made with lot of love. And most of all, with God's help. If I would not have God helping me, I could not do this.
What a blessing. What a blessing. Now let me ask
It is a
you.
blessing to give.
You
it
must
to
have done one or two of him.
Yes, yes.
You got him, JP? Bring him over.
Sure.
Show
Bring
the
it
public.
over.
JP over there. Look at that.
And this is JP.
Yep. This is the first one my mother made of me. I was very fortunate. She made actually 2 of me. So this was the first one. And if you come over here, you can see some more tapestries. My mother made these for people that she loves in show business who have, worked in the business, and she captures the image. The ones you're looking at right now is my wife and sister-in-law when they did the double trapeze act. It was called Reflections, and it was synchronized swimming, but on the trapeze. The next one you see there is me when I did the flying trapeze parody. It was a flying trapeze parody, and I dressed up as a trapeze artist, and I had the privilege and pleasure of doing that with Tino Walenda. Now this next tapestry here is one my mother did of herself. This was the French Foreign Legion uniform costume that they wore in the circus for the troupe act. She got the design for the tapestry right from that photograph right there. And the detail is amazing. Even the bugle beads here are similar to the same type that they used in the actual costumes that she wore way back when.
Where did you get why, how, where did you get the experience? The idea for that?
Well, I work on the Ringling greatest show on earth in the wardrobe department. First I started with the clown, and then I ended up in the elephant department. So in the elephant department, I did the elephant blanket. And for me, after doing a big blanket like the elephant, it was easy for me to bring it down to a tapestry.
Smaller size and make
So
a tapestry.
this is why, if I made so many years elephant blanket for Grantor Gable William for the greatest show on earth, then I say, oh, I think I will make a tapestry and give it to somebody
As a
long
presentation.
as a gift. Who would like to have a gift of themselves on a tapestry that will last for a long, long time?
Forever, last forever.
You have to have a half of elephant blanket to push it in the machine.
For the sewing
and to
machine,
sew
yeah.
all,
They were very
and to
thick
sew
and
all
heavy.
the mirrors on it. I was
Sure.
a specialist on mirrors.
Mirrors, on the mirrors.
On mirrors on the elephant
And
blanket.
they were all themed, and some of them weighed 1,000 pounds,
Oh yes,
right?
they were
heavy,
quite
right?
heavy, and to push it to it. So from here
Wow.
up, I'm fine.
That's why you had the
From
power.
there, not too good.
Wow. So,
Definitely.
in your home, you're surrounded by art. There are paintings. We saw that photograph of you over there.
Yes.
We saw a painting earlier, I think we'll show, painting of your aunt.
My aunt
Right?
Flo.
But behind her, I think there's a picture of you over there. Is that a painting of you over there?
That's a painting,
And-
yes.
Wow. And who did that?
Mary Murphy. She was an artist in Longboat Key. She did a lot of painting. So I used to be a model.
Wow.
And she gave me that painter. And also my mother,
Oh, look at there.
this is JP's grandmother. She was also a model for the Ringling School of Art.
Was she a circus performer as well?
Yes, of
yeah.
I
course.
know how many, well, you said 8
Yes,
generations, right?
Yes, of course.
Wow.
She's number 6. I'm 7,
You-
and JP.
JP's 8. Hey, that's my lucky number.
Eight.
Hey, look at that, another 8. Crazy 8s we have. So, but did he always keep his feet on the ground, JP? This JP?
We are also aerialists, as you see.
Yeah. Okay, so what are look at there.
Those are my collection of fantastic
Aerialists.
aerialists.
Yeah, no, wait a minute. So we got over here.
Now, this one, the big one there, this is me many years ago.
Wow, look
many,
at that.
Many years ago.
Did you make that
I did
wardrobe?
the
out of
work.
that? You did, yeah.
But of course, Sherry, of course, Sherry.
That's called the Spanish web.
Then why do you call it the Spanish web, by the way?
I don't know. I think the Spanish invented it. I'm not
That's
sure.
not-
The rest of
Yeah.
it is my son, the other JP.
Another JP.
Yes,
Yeah,
It's easy to remember that name.
I have 2 JP. I have one Jean-Pierre and one Jean-Paul.
And so-
and his sister, Mia, my daughter.
Oh yeah, so JP, that's another
Yeah.
JP.
They-
The other JP
They did the
second.
Cradle Act on Ringling Brothers
On the
way-
Ringling
as well
show.
too for quite a while.
So-
Definitely.
Yeah.
And JP, his first experience on the Ringling show in 1977, he did a beautiful breakaway swivel, an act unbelievable that you swing and swing and swing, and all at once it breaks away.
Wow.
And people, they go up of their seat. Actually, you see audience standing up when
Okay.
they finish.
It's scary, right?
They're so scared because he's up there doing the handstand, swimming back and forward, swing, breaks away down.
Right in front of the people. Wow.
All the way. The people would stand up actually from their seat.
How high were you?
What, 76 feet, and it looked like an accident getting ready to happen, and we do actually give them an accident, but instead of a bad ending, we come out on top.
And take a bow.
Yeah, it was
Wasn't you
George,
scared?
It was George Bruno's breakaway sway pole.
George Bruno. Oh, did he invent that?
Yeah, he
Oh, yeah,
invented the breakaway
Wow.
pole. Sure did.
Wow.
And then the second time, not only once, but 2 times he was with the Ringling show. And the second time he was as a human comet.
The human comet, yeah.
Wait a minute. What is that human
A
comet?
human comet, Jean-Pierre.
Sure, the human comet was once billed as the hottest act in show business.
I bet it was.
And that was because I actually climbed up on top of a tower, way above the lighting grid on the Ringling show, with the highest up above the grid that
Over
they had.
40 feet.
And I would set myself on fire and do a suicide dive to a small airbag that was barely 6 foot tall, 11.5 foot wide, 9.5 foot, 11.5 foot long, and 9.5 foot wide, 6 foot deep.
That's tiny.
It
for
looked like
kind
a
of
cushion
fall.
from
Yeah,
upstairs.
it
looked
would look
a
real
little
small from up.
And you were on fire?
On fire,
fire.
completely
Come
on
all the way
fire.
down?
All the way down.
down.
When I'd hit the airbag, they'd run in with fire extinguishers, 4 fire extinguishers, and spray me out. It was very intense heat.
Now just let me make sure, be clear about this, because for the World of ChuckO viewers, you were J P Theron, but you were not JP the Clown. This was a serious
That was
act,
aerial act.
and so was
Aerial.
the sway pole. You were a serious
Yes.
artist, a performing artist, right? Not as a clown.
So,
Wow.
So
So you was a star in the Ringling Brothers Circus.
yeah.
Wow.
2 times we were able to present thrilling edge of your seat acts, nail biting acts on Ringling.
You must have been
Theron-
biting your nails.
The Theron's name on Ringling, Brother Barnum, Bailey's Circus, the greatest show on earth, has been there since 1946. We have 4 generations. Even today, if you go to Kenneth Feld, listing name of all their employees, you will find the name Theron.
No
And my
kidding.
daughter-in-law is still there.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
not too long ago, my granddaughter was there. So actually, there is 4 generations that is on the Ringling, greatest show on earth,
On the
which is
manifest, yeah.
owned by Mr. Kenneth Feld, which I love him very, very much.
And that's really American history. You know, that in the summertime, in maybe June or July, JP had an idea and he wanted to produce a special video, it's almost like a music video almost. Can we share that with the World of ChuckO? A world premiere right here?
A world premiere of the video?
You bet.
It would be my pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, World of ChuckO viewers, take a look. This is a world premiere video, and afterwards we'll talk a little bit about it there. Enjoy this wonderful number. Is it a title, or you just want to give it?
It's called the Polka Dot Bikini. She was afraid to come out of the locker. She was as nervous as she could be. She was afraid to come out of the locker. She was afraid that somebody would see.
2, 3, 4, tell the people what she wore.
It was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. An itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini, so in the locker she wanted to stay.
2, 3, 4, stick around, we'll tell you more.
She was afraid to come out in the open, and so a blanket around her she wore. She was afraid to come out in the open, and so she sat bundled up on the shore.
2, 3, 4, tell the people what she wore.
It was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. An itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini, so in the blanket she wanted to stay.
2, 3, 4, stick around, we'll tell you more.
Now she's afraid to come out of the water, and I wonder what she's gonna do. Now she's afraid to come out of the water, and the poor little girl's turning blue.
2, 3, 4, tell the people what she wore.
It was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. An itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini, so in the water she wanted to stay. From the locker to the blanket, from the blanket to the shore, from the shore to the water. Guess there isn't any more.
How about that? That's what a great boy. That's an addition to the world of ChuckO.
That's
JP,
some video.
can you tell everybody, just to give them a little bit of idea about what goes into that?
Yeah, believe it or not, there was a lot of hard work went into that. We figured out that it's a little over 300 man hours in producing this video that's right around 3 minutes long. And my mother built a costume back in 1993. You saw it, it was the bikini costume.
Wow!
My mother built the original costume. My wife worked in the wardrobe because she had to make it fit me. It wasn't built for me. My mother made it for my brother-in-law who was doing a clown routine. So my wife refitted it, but that costume hasn't been seen or used since 1993. And thanks to my mother, thanks to the hard work of David and Tirza Pineda, my wife, my sister-in-law, my daughter Luz, we sang, we did the musicals, we did the musical part, Noriko and Sidlow, and also David as well, in putting the music together, editing the music, and recording our voices, and laying it all together.
And a not bad singer.
That was you singing in there?
Yeah, that was me singing in there, and my family.
And he's singing.
The Theron chorus line was there.
And then Grandma Pearl was in there, right?
Yeah.
Grandma Pearl was in there.
Grandma Pearl was in there.
Yeah. Patriot Todd
Todd
was in there.
Of course, you were there.
The
And you,
whole World of ChuckO family was there.
All four of them
Really
are fantastic.
I really love how you were able to play different characters, how we were able to play different characters in this video.
It's good.
It was
It's
a
good.
wonderful video. We really enjoyed putting it together. A lot of hard
It's
work.
not bad.
We hope that everybody out there in the world of ChuckO enjoyed that video.
Not only enjoy it, share it, share it.
Oh, yeah.
So we want to thank your lovely mom and you,
More
JP,
than
of course,
welcome.
but for you is to invite us in your home.
Of course,
see this
my
beautiful
home,
magic?
your home, anytime.
Mi casa.
And I
Super.
love you very much. And thank you. See that where I write notes.
Yeah. What a blessing. What a blessing you are to the world, your whole history, your 8-generation history to the
Many.
world of entertainment.
I know many, many, many stories. Unbelievable.
We'll bring you back in the world of ChuckO and get another one.
Absolutely.
JP,
Anytime.
you still with us?
I'm still
Keep
there.
it up. Keep it up. Don't ever let it go. Keep it
We
up.
never will. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And don't we sing a song in the
Oh,
end?
yeah, you want to sing it?
You want to sing the
Why,
song?
certainly. Why, certainly.
Of course, I'm a singer.
You're a singer. Ready?
Sure.
Follow me.
Okay.
The time has come to say goodbye. My, how time does fly. We had a laugh perhaps a tear.
Yes.
And now we say goodbye.
Bye. Au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir, mon chéri.
Bye.
Give me one. Oh, I got another one. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
I came right through the picture frame, and I'm bringing you with me in the world of ChuckO. Slowly, so they can.
For everybody in the world, we love you very dear. And keep on watching ChuckO. I think what he's doing is a fantastic. It is fantastic. For many people that especially now they cannot go out any place, to be able to see
Some entertainment.
entertainment, to see JP or to see ChuckO and ChuckO, keep it up. Don't ever give it up.
We never
You
stop.
gotta-
We
you
never
gotta-
stop.